I'm Harris. I'm at the moment in Paris with my friend and colleague Vedran Meniga.
Hello.
How did you get into music?
My father was working in the big sports center. He placed me behind the drummer on every concert. He was inhaling the energy and the vibes. It's still stuck in my mind. Being at the concerts behind the stage and listening to really good stuff on vinyl records.
Tell me a little bit about your career.
Actually, it started for me in 1989 when I did my first fanzine magazine that do-it-yourself, like cut and paste, doing interviews with the bands and everything. It was 1989 until 1994. I did like 6 issues. War started in ex-Yugoslavia. I'm actually from a small town from Mediterranean, from Dalmatia, called Šibenik. We had a punk band in 1991. In that time, actually nothing was going on. The scene was destroyed. There was no clubs, there was no magazines, there was no media for the music. All of us who wanted to put our creative energy to the public, we all wanted, of course, to have a stage where we can do it, and as it was the wartime and there was no clubs or anything, we had to do it again by ourselves. I ended up in the city of Pula, that is a region of Istria. This is the only region actually that didn't have a war conflict in that time.
How did you get involved in doing festivals? Where did the idea come from?
When you have nothing, you have to create something. There was an old band from America called Little Aggression that had a song, if you want to have the scene, then you have to make the scene. If you don't make the scene, no scene. The city of Pula has more than 50 deserted fortifications. We as kids had energy to clean them up. Those are the places actually where we started to do festival events. The first one was in 1992, as the war finished, like 95 or 96. So we started to tour around Europe. As we were meeting people on the shows, on the tour, playing in a band was not enough, of course. I wanted to dedicate all my life to the underground scene, independent, scene. I started to spend most of my time promoting other events besides playing in a band, to book a lot of artists. Of course, all the artists that I met while touring with the band, I started to invite them to play Croatia. If we are speaking, for example, about sound system scene that gathers like dub and reggae and drum and bass and jungle music, that was really pioneer work, because nothing like that existed before. After 18 years working like that in Croatia, I got a request from people who run Outlook Festival. So I said, okay, I see that you are not satisfied with the venue when you are doing things. We have one fort in Pula that is really good, that is special, that is unique. Come with me and check if you want to do your festival there. And they came back and said, yes, we want to do the festival with you. This is now 11 years that we are working together with Outlook Festival, and internationally popular, our own festival event, Seasplash Festival, Dimensions Festival. Every year we bring around 35,000 people to visit our festival.
Dimensions and Outlook Festival resonated quite strongly, not only in the Balkans but in the world. Why do you think it actually attracted so many people and created so much hype?
Our English friends, partners, promoters, directors of the festival, when they decided that they want to do festival in Croatia, we said, okay, if you want a service, if you want just the venue, we are not interested. We are interested in working together as partners. So you do your thing, we do our thing. So it was really good promoted from different sides, starting from the UK, but also we were doing a lot of promotions and bookings for the regions. So when we got together, of course, the results that came in the end were much better if somebody did all the things by themselves, So we were working from 2 sides or from more sides, because Outlook Festival also started as a mutual cooperation between 5 pretty known promoters in England. So they wanted to do the festival out of England, and their own efforts gathered together with our efforts. Partnership made all those results happen. Also, it was the right thing to do in the right time. So that time, that was 2009, dubstep was really popular at that time. The Outlook Festival started as a presentation of that kind of scene at that time. During the last decade, the festival spread to other styles, mostly reggae and hip-hop, grime or bass. So it gathers people who are into the same thing from all over the world. We call it Outlook Festival the biggest celebration of sound system culture.
What is it like to organize such a big festival? Is it a lot of work? Is it stressful? Do you get any sleep at all?
Thanks for asking that, Harris. One of those festivals could be enough for all your years. Festival is being made every day throughout the year. between London, Leeds, Pula and Zagreb. It's a lot of stress, it's a lot of work, especially in Croatia that has a really small market. The only way how we can do this is actually because we love to do this, so there is a lot of enthusiasm involved. You are willing to sacrifice a lot of things, having a normal life, like working 9 to 5 and, you know, having a family or whatever, free weekends off. You have to be there 24/7 every day if you work on the independent scene in Croatia. England has a really big market for music industry, so you can specialize only for one activity. You can be a booking agent or promoter or publisher or artist, manager or whatever. In Croatia, if you want to survive in the independent scene, you have to be all of that in the same time. How can you do all these things together? No, it is not about how we can do it. It is about what we have to do for the scene to go on.
Obviously, doing the festival or the festivals is not enough for you. You're also doing the record label and the shop, and you're starting a club. Tell me about the record label and what PDV Records, what does PDV mean?
A lot of people consider that it doesn't have sense anymore, especially in the place where we live, because people hardly spend money on vinyl records or original CD releases. Of course, when everything is online, it's actually free to like download illegally or whatever. It is actually our enthusiasm. It is what we love to do. We also wanted to leave some documentation about the creativity that exists in our area. MPDV means prekomjerna doza vinila, vinyl overdose. PDV is Croatian VAT. We actually make fun of what is really hard for us, paying taxes like for everyone. We try to make fun and have smiles on our faces even when the life is hard, you know?
What do you think about the scene now in comparison to the scene 10 years ago or 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Like, how did it develop? Because obviously you've been around. Do you think we need more of something or less of something? How do you look at music today?
It completely changed in the last 25 years or close to 30 years, how long I'm involved. So we were working hard while having a band to buy a second guitar. So when the wire is broken on stage, that you don't have to stop the show, just take the other guitar. Nowadays the kids actually buy another laptop computer to be back up if something bad happens on the stage. Modern technologies improved a lot. There is much more digital production than that was in the time when I was starting, when it was like minimal. If you make efforts and if you spend some time and energy, of course something has to go out from it. And I can say that Croatia now, with the music production and with the artists that play on stage, can be compared with any country or area in the world. The music scene in general, the music business is exported from the West, from the UK and Europe, for example. For people from Balkans, if they go into the styles that are being exported from the UK, whether it be house music, techno music, drum and bass, dub music or whatever, they have to work 5 times more to like prove themselves as being good enough, relevant enough. This is our reality, and this, if we want to continue to work in this such environment, is something that you have to be okay with. But I think it developed a lot. All the scenes that I was involved in and I'm still involved, starting from punk rock, sound system scene, dub scene, techno and house, all those scenes have many more producers, artists, festival events happening than it was like 25 years ago.
You're a busy man, so what do you think the future holds for you?
It's really hard to say, but I think that you are the master of the things that you do. When it goes above the line, then maybe you cannot control some things. Running album festival that gathers like thousands and thousands of people from all over the world and that really occupy the city and the area, you have to organize it with all the legal institutions, local institutions, you know, whether it be police, first aid, a fire brigade, you have to involve all of them in. What is our biggest motivation is that for someone who bought a ticket and visit some of our events, our motivation is that they remember this through all their life as good experience, positive experience. Of course, we have also our own motivations as promoters, the organizers, that we want to bring the sounds and the artists that we think are really good. For me, there were a lot of such experiences.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Haris. It was really nice meeting with you in such a beautiful city as Paris.
This was Vedran Meniga. I hope you enjoyed this conversation, and I'll see you in the next video.